Include your audio, right? Speak, comment like cut the party, uninclude it, and include it again. Because I want to see if that fixes the mic issue here.
Stuff.
Cool. Hello everyone and welcome to the Tier 2 Russian Grand Prix. Here with Evan, once again. Same old, same old. Hopefully an entertaining race.
Nah, this is Russia. We're not going to get an entertaining race today. What do you mean?
Yeah. Hopefully. The game will prove us wrong, as it looks like a cloudy qualifying session ahead of us. Throw on all the settings. Got a couple new drivers in. Obviously we've got Peter in the Mercedes covering Max. He has a leg injury. He's been practicing so hard that he's hurt his leg on his brake pedal. Different gravy. We've got MMX Shocks, who's now taken the full racing point seat from last week's debut. I've got Matt Brooks in the Alfa Romeo, who's covering Before You Exit. He's a new reserve driver. And I think that's it. I could be wrong. Oh, and Laurent in the Haas.
Covering for Chris.
In as a reserve today. Covering for Chris. The man with no Wi-Fi. To be fair, it still probably has a better connection than the Sky Broadband.
Yeah,
anyway.
fair enough.
Before anyone leaves, what are your predictions for the top three on today's Russian Grand Prix?
I'm thinking Xbox 7 has a chance for pole today. I think Hasbro is going to give him a nice old fight for it. And we're going to go with...
Have you seen the time trial times?
Yes, I have. Just a little bit.
Aha.
I had a little bit of a peek. And I think we're going to go with Insane Power to try to nag P3 qualifying session.
Insane Power. Fair enough. I'm going to go Xbox 7 Up. I don't know. Xbox 7 Up, Hasbro and Blink.
Yeah.
And as we wait for two drivers to connect,
My qualifying time already
we'll
started.
add them in the Discord. So, Shocks and who's the other one? I can't see. Insane Power. Insane Power. Leave, restart game and join back. When you join back, click X, find your car, and click take control.
Love not knowing that for last season's Tier 1 race around China. So I didn't even participate in that race at all.
That was funny.
It's whatever, we move on.
Cool. Well then, when the lobby starts, and shout out to Sweaty Chris with the Prime sub to the F1 Clip Guide channel. Can we get a heart spamming shout for that, man? You love
Just
to see
waiting
like
on Cody's to do its thing. Let everyone into this.
Same old, same old. Well then, I will also mention, shout out to Tenek, happy birthday. See what the Russian Grand Prix can do for Tenek today. We are 3 minutes into the qualifying session, and so far, no cars coming out. As we hear the cars roar up, it's probably Phil Mitchell. It is probably Phil. Is Phil going to be first onto the track? I didn't get it last week, I don't think. It's looking like one of the Alfa Romeos is beating him out the pits. Is he going to be him? I think he has. The Alfa Romeo, Matt Brooks, has done it. Does he know? He does. Is this a tactic from the Williams? Possibly the slipstream to help that really slow Williams car get across the track. I'm going to turn the audio settings down. I forgot to turn that down. You might be able to hear us then. There we go. So predictions again. I said Hasbro, Blink, and Xbox 7 Up. And you said Insane Power, Xbox 7 Up, and someone else. Are you here? Hello? Oh, Evan is dead. Let's check the party. No, I don't know where Evan is. Maybe he's talking to someone. We move. So, hello? It's alright, I was only having a conversation with myself. Yeah. What was your top 3 prediction again? Xbox 7 Up. So, we've both got Xbox 7 Up and Hasbro on the line. You've gone for Insane Power, I've gone for Blink. Betting is now closed. Here we go. With the yellow flag. Already. What can Matt Brooks bring to the Tier 2? I'd like to see more in the midfield, I think. If he can bring something to the midfield, that'd be cool. As one of the houses has crashed in Sector 3, I don't know who that is. I'm going to guess Lauren. I would be, that's probably a bit mean. But, yeah. I mean, it is a hard track, isn't it? Yeah. I reckon penalties might play a factor in today. Phil Mitchell hasn't caught a penalty in the last 2 weeks straight. If he can keep that the same today, could play in his favour. A couple people in the chat saying they can't hear you, so if you want to try and improve your audio again.
Okay, maybe it might actually fix something today. If
Yeah,
not,
1,
I'll
2,
just
3,
back out of the party and rejoin.
Simon Hobo coming up to the 2 last turns now. Out of ERS.
Is
Across the line.
was Matt to go?
It's a 133, and then Phil Mitchell.
Goes fast.
131.
131. Next across the line is a Haas Swanee, goes second. Then the Ferrari, I believe that's Blink. Next across the line goes fourth. On the medium compound, Hasbro goes fastest. The 131.3. Jack slots in
Jack Grattan.
P4. Then we got a Red Bull coming around the last corner now. I believe on invalidated lap. Maybe was it Aiden? It was. I think he just started his flying lap.
Tanik's just gone into the pits. I think he had wing damage.
Next across the line.
Next across the line.
A little sideways out of the last corner. Goes ahead of his teammate. Goes 6th fastest.
Then you had Insane Power now starting his lap, and looked like Aiden might have invalidated his lap.
So now here comes the AlphaTauri's. Started with Bradley. Last week's race winner in Singapore. Rounds the last corner. Goes 4th fastest. Here comes Tyler. Goes 3rd. Split. Goes ahead of the Haas Swanee. We got the next Alfa Romeo, I believe, next across the line. I believe I started.
I do wonder if Bradley gave 7 Up the slipstream down the second sector there.
That could
Might be
be
helping out his teammate.
possibility. Next across the line, will it be? It looks to be Lee Davies in the Racing Point.
Lee Davies. I've never heard you pronounce it like that. That is incorrect. L Davies. Come on, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, hurt my feelings, bro.
He rounds the last corner.
As he crosses the line.
Goes 10th.
130.
Next across the line,
For some
Mercedes.
reason, does it say at the bottom of your screen, Phil Mitchell has the fastest lap? I don't know.
No.
Bit glitchy for me. As Peter now starts his lap. The rest of the guys will be going into the pits, I think. Maybe not the Renault. Never mind, he's going into the pits.
That would be the Red Bull now, I believe next. Nope, Aiden's coming in as well.
Into the pits.
Into the pits.
Into the pits.
So next is the McLaren. Is that of Tenet? It's Tenet who's in the
I
garage,
think
so...
Lawrence on an outlap again.
Liam is spun it. Insane Power
We're
is
going to
spun
go Pac
it.
Boosie, I think. We'll watch Pac Boosie. I think he's next to across the line.
Yep, Alvin is on... Is it back? Alright. Go a little farther down. On the medium compound.
Oh, Alpha is on. Oh, he's into the bits. Oh man, I hate qualifying. Man. I hate it. I hate it.
It'd be so much easier with full qualifying because actually no, it'd be even harder because you get.
I wish there was numbers next to their names on the left-hand side, the order in the track they are, like who's next across the line, just something, man.
Next across the line.
You come around the final turn.
Pretty okay lap on the mediums. Goes 8th. Next,
33-1.
That's a Haas coming around the last corner, I believe. That's Laurent, who's about to set off on a lap. Racing Point, and then Shaw's about to start a lap.
His first lap in the Racing Point.
As Flaming Hobo's coming around.
Next Williams.
Next to start his flyer. As he invalidates around the last corner. Well, that invalidates his entire next lap as well.
Peter, next across the line to set an actual lap. Tier 2 driver for next season. It's looking like a good lap.
Good lap from the Mercedes. He goes 7th.
Big improvements there from Peter.
So, if I'm correct, that's a McLaren of Tenick who's on an out lap. So, next across the line, would it... Ugh. Such a chore.
Maybe the Haas of Laurent, but he's invalidated his lap.
Yep. So, racing,
so maybe
racing
Mark.
It looks like the racing. No, almost invalidates around out there. You gotta be nice and careful out of that curve as well.
I do wonder, like places like here now, the DRS straight. Obviously, you get to your optimum speed. Maybe turn the ERS off and save a little bit for the final turn.
Possibly. That'd be a smart idea.
203 now. You're not going any quicker than that. Ping it off for this turn here.
Slam it down on the
brakes. Power here.
Oh, a little bit too much of that inside curve, and then it's going to invalidate that lap. Quite a shame. It was looking like a pretty good lap from him. Matt Brooks is about he's about to start an out lap. The Mercedes. The Mercedes
is going quick.
Yeah, he's up a 10th on his previous time right now on the mediums. Those are softs. Those are softs as he invalidates.
Oh, and he invalidates.
With 3 corners to go.
It's looking good as well. That was for 5th.
So next across the line, Link about to start his lap. Is it a Haas? Swanee about to start his lap.
It looks like one of the Haas's overtook Alphinator. Both of them are now starting their lap, but
Jack's about to start his lap.
Overtaking him and not waited in the queue. He might mess up Aiden here, because Aiden's going to have the DRS. He's going to fly down the straight, and that could be interesting. Not leaving a gap during the start of the quali lap, but we move.
It's whatever. Next across the line.
Will be next
it looks like Tenick. He's on an invalidated lap. It won't be Tenick. Same power about to start his lap. It looks to be a Renault. I believe that is Jack. Nope, Jack's in turn 3. Nope.
See, this it needs to be more obvious, man.
Oh my God.
Like maybe on the map have like their position, even if it's small, just make it readable so I can see who's who, man.
Next across the line, it's going to be Shows in the Racing Point.
Hasn't put a lap on the board yet. 1 turn to go.
The last corner. Nice and smooth. On the power. It's P5 for the Racing Point ahead of last week's winner, Bradley, in the Alpha Tower.
Very nice lap.
Next up,
Matt Brooks. He's invalidated his lap.
So that would leave...
Blink.
Yes, 7/10 up currently. He's looking pretty good on this lap. Probably just plant it right in the middle of the 132s. Maybe top 132s. He goes third with a 131.9. A brilliant lap from the Ferrari.
And that's me there, predicted
as
the top 3, but never mind.
Aiden goes second with the slipstream down the long front stretch and gets second fastest.
Next up, Jack crosses the line.
Goes 7th.
Oh, he's starting as well.
Dangerous Donut goes 8th in the Ferrari. Next across the line, it's going to be Alphinator who slots into P3 behind his teammate by about 11/100.
Good to see Alphinator up there. Alphinator not normally up in the top at quali.
Currently fighting for a championship. Next
power to cross the line.
Goes 13th.
A bit sloppy on the exit there. Caught a bit too much curb and lost the rear end.
Well, who would be next to cross the line? Would it be the Renault of Hasbro? No. He's slowing down to let the Haas.
He's going into the pit, so it looks like he might hit the wall.
Next across the line. Is it? Ugh.
took
Wait.
searching to Scald, didn't it? You just find the driver, you got to decide if they're on one or not.
Looks to be
Hasbo
Phil
is backed
Mitchell.
out of his lap.
Phil Mitchell is about 3 seconds off. I think he's going to try to rewind and try to fire up this lap again.
Yeah, I think in the first sec there he went a bit sideways and then started saving from there.
Two drivers beginning their out laps. Ferrari. It's a Ferrari.
Is that Matt? Matt's 6 tenths up on his time. Can run the final turn. Crosses the line.
Goes 13th.
132.5. Not bad. He's going to give the slipstream to the car behind there, which I think is Xbox 7
Cuts
up.
the inside. I would have maybe tried to stay around the outside instead.
Yeah, not the best place, but I mean it's better than getting fully blocked, I guess.
The next across the line, will it be Jack? I think he's going into the pits now. Ferrari of Dangerous Zone into the pits. It's a Williams. It's Flaming Hobo who is on an invalidated lap.
Invalidated lap. I don't think I've seen Hobo actually do a lap yet.
He is not.
I mean, he's got 9th. It's not a bad time at all.
Alphinator's coming in on his lap. So next across the line looks to be an AlphaTauri. It's Bradley who's about to start his lap.
I'm going to stay on board with Xbox 7 up. He's on an out lap. Never mind. Phil Mitchell.
Oh! Contact further back as Laurent was on his qualifying lap. He was overtaken by the Renault of Hasbo. And he ran, and Laurent ran right into the back of Hasbo, yeah.
A bit of conflict between those two. But Phil Mitchell coming around the final turn now.
Can
he improve on his time to get into the top 3? Crosses the line.
Goes second.
P2.
Ahead of the 2 Red Bulls. About a 10th down on Hasbo. Good lap from Phil Mitchell. As disqualified possession is Laurent. Wrong. As we almost missed Daily PM Gaming. Peter going 6th fastest in the Mercedes.
One of the Hasses now to cross the line when there's anyone left. Swanee is on an out lap. Never mind.
So next across the line looks to be a McLaren. Is it Tenek? It is Tenek. Coming through the last sector now.
Tenek, the last driver to set a lap, as long as he can get through here without invalidating. Obviously the quality time in the top left people is incorrect. We did start 5 minutes after the timer started ticking.
This looks like a pretty good lap here from the McLaren as he goes 3rd fastest.
P3.
Ahead of the two Red Bulls. Great lap from the McLaren. Next across the line, it looks to be a Racing Point. Al Davies starting his lap. So we move on to Bradley, who's on an invalidated lap. Xbox 7 up is currently 2 tenths up currently on his time, currently sitting P8. Try to improve on his time so far through the last sector now.
Just, yeah, Tenek into P3. Very, very nice lap from him. The order's quite...
Here comes Xbox 7 up around the last corner. He goes P3, pushes Tenek back down into P4. A great lap from the Red Bull.
What is interesting here is Phil Mitchell, I think, can still go for the championship here. I can't remember the Singapore results, but if Harry or Callum have an incident in this race and DNF, Phil Mitchell could catch up.
Next across the line, Swanee in the Haas. Currently setting P9.
A good lap here. Very good lap.
Here comes around the last corner. He goes 4th fastest. Again, pushes Tenek down to P5 now.
This quali is actually over, so the timer must have reset itself. As Fleming Hobo didn't get to cross the line in a previous time. This is next up is Pakbusi. Comes across the line, goes first.
Oh, by about a 10th over the Renault. Hasbo coming out now. I think our time's still wrong. I think it's still wrong. I think there's still like 2 minutes maybe left to go in quali because now everyone's coming out on laps.
Well, Insane Power has a finishing flag next to his name, which means the game's ended his quali.
If Alphaneer crosses the line, then it gives him one. I think we're behind. Actually,
we
we're
love
ahead.
Codemasters.
We love them as Aiden just started his lap. He didn't get one, so
yeah, Alphaneer just started his as well.
So I love Cody's. They just make it so difficult.
I know, we're just trying to do an easy job here, and we can't.
Matt's about to begin his lap. Who's next across the line? Is it Xbox
Does
7
Matt
Up?
get to start it? He does!
Xbox 7 Up is currently P4. Great lap. I'm going to put himself into that position. He has
So
the
next across the line will be Swanee. No, it won't.
Will not be Swanee.
We'll
Yes,
just make sure we get these last laps as people cross the lines.
looks to be insane power.
Carnage in Sector 2.
Oh, good lordy. People try to get out of the way of everyone.
It is insane power on the lap or not as well.
And Flaming Hobo is invalidated his lap, so he will not get to set a new lap in this session.
So insane power might have beaten his time there, but we don't know.
We have no idea.
Next across the line, Flaming Hobo doesn't improve. Jack Gretton, no Hasbo next across the line.
Hasbo is yet
on an out lap.
so he's going to start his lap now.
If it lets him, it does. Okay.
The Ferrari
Crosses
of
the
Blink
line, doesn't
stays
improve.
live.
Dangerous Donut doesn't improve. Next up, the Alpha of Boosie into the pits. Then you got the Red Bull of is it Aiden or Alpha now?
It
It's
is Aiden.
Invalidated.
Ah,
Then it's
so he's going to stay.
Jack Gretton on the lap.
He's going to stay in P7 unless
4 temps.
Alphinator can. Oh, is Jack Gretton next?
This is for P5 from Jack.
Here comes Jack round the last corner. Gets a little sideways, goes 7th. I'm getting a little bit. Alphinator is down 2 seconds on his time, so he's not going to improve.
So Mitchell starts his lap. Peter starts his lap. Bradley starts his lap.
Here comes
Alphinator starts.
Here comes a
his
racing
lap.
point. It's L. Davies who's invalidated. He's not going to improve, I don't think. So next across the line will be, is it MM Shows? In the racing point.
He's 3 times up on his time.
Looking
this
good.
Is for P10.
Looking great for his lap so far. Rounds the last corner. Goes Philworth.
P4.
Great lap.
So all his time was in the last. All his time was in the last turn.
As Tenek's about to
Again, loads of time in that third sector.
looks like Tenek is
Finishes.
qualifying should be over now. Qualifying is
So
over
is
now.
insane power on the lap or not? What's going on here?
It looks to be that
Gone
he
through all
is
the
on the lap.
DRS, so it looks like
He's on the lap, yeah. As he rounds the last corner, here he comes, flying towards the line. Doesn't look like he's
improved.
doesn't improve. Flaming
looks-
Hope
it looks
doesn't
quick.
improve. He invalidated his lap. Next across the line.
Hasbo next across the line.
Can he snatch
3
pole
times
position
up.
back from Pac Lucy? Or will it be another pole for Alfa Romeo? As he goes with a 130.9, takes pole position.
Blink doesn't improve. Dangerous Donut goes up to 12, so he takes that.
Next across the
sixth
line
row
will be the
in
Red Bull of Aiden, currently 2 tenths up on his time.
Is there more time in the final sector?
Here he comes through the last corner. It's gonna be P3
Goes third.
for the Red Bull. Next across the line,
Next,
Phil Mitchell goes very wide on the last corner and invalidates his lap.
Invalidates.
He stays 4th
They'll be
fastest.
taking P4
Here
at the
comes
minute.
Mercedes. Peter doesn't improve.
Alphinator next across the line, sideways. Oh, it gets P8. Nearly
Snatches
bends into the
snatches P8. It's now here comes L. Davies around the line, finishes down in P18.
wall. Jack Gretton's invalidated.
So he's
Matt Brooks invalidated.
who's next?
Oh, Davies isn't on the lap.
Who's next across the
Chris in the racing point into the pits.
So
And I think
is that
that's
it? That's it for qualifying. So Hasbo snatches pole position, goes into the 130s.
I really do think that those ones that popped up with us with the finishing flags, right? I think they improved their times, but Codemasters said no. Because 3 of the cars got finishing flags, and then,
Yeah.
nothing. But either overall, very good qualifying session, some good times in it. Hasbo 30.9, not bad. Pac Vusi 31.2. So the track evolution, very good here. Aiden P3, Phil Mitchell P4, Chris in the racing point. Not Chris, is it Chris? Mark.
It's Mark.
My bad.
Yes, it is Mark.
In the racing point, having a very good first race for the team. Replacing Tariq. What can he do? Xbox 7 up P6, Swanee P7, Alphinator P8. I'm going off memory here. Tenek P9, I think. And P10 I think was Peter. I could be wrong. Okay, so P9 was Tenek, P10 Jack, 11th and 12th, the 2 Ferraris. Peter in 13th, Flaming Hobo in 14th. It's not the best qualifying for him. He invalidated, I think, nearly every lap, so got caught out with the track. And then last week's race runner, there we go.
Last
Here goes
week's
English.
race winner, Bradley, P15, Matt Brooks, P16, Insane Power in the McLaren, P17, L. Davies in P18 for Racing Point, and the only disqualification of the session would be Laurent. Lord goes last, obviously, with the
So I think L Davies and Insane Power were the two cars that got hit with that flag when everyone else still had like.
Because I
3,
think
4
they
minutes left,
improved
so-
on their laps.
Yeah, I think when everyone else was loading in, maybe Codemasters was like, "Oh, never mind, they're already in quali." Unlike the rest of them, who had to wait for a few drivers. But that's unlucky. Hopefully EA can do a better job. Am I right, guys? Oh god.
Well, EA,
Either way-
EA has said that Cody's is going to run as an independent company in regards to the games they produce. They'll just be owned by EA.
Let's go. Thumbs up, guys.
So that means Cody's
can't-
server issues will
Let's
continue
go.
into F1 2021.
Let's go. We love Codemasters, people. Anyway, looking like a dry start of the race. I'm not sure if we're going to get any rain today. Could be interesting.
Would be good to see some rain. Haven't seen it since, was it, when did we last see rain? It couldn't have been just Canada, right?
No, that's what I'm trying to figure out now. I'm trying to load up a few races. I think it might have been Canada, you know, because that's when Phil Mitchell went soft and then pulled out the strat to get up there.
So...
Was it wet in Austria?
No, was it wet in Austria? No, I don't think
I feel
so.
like the end of the race. I feel like the end of the race was wet. I'm going to double check.
I have no idea. We're getting ready to go on the formation lap.
I'll load up all the good to know things. The only 3 medium runners, so 3 people going for the alternative strategy, which I really don't like on the strategy. I hate it.
I think it's too slow around here. I think you want to go for the soft hard or soft medium strategy.
Soft medium's easy. Soft hard's the waste. There's no point. But just the alternative strategy, it just feels like it's so slow. Unless you're in the top 10 and you're staying in the top 10, I don't think there's
really
any
no
point
point,
in it.
yeah.
Well, maybe Dangerous Donut, Insane Power, and L Davies are about to prove us wrong. Maybe those 3 are going to finish in the top 3. Who knows?
Who
I
knows?
want to start a prediction in chat before it starts to see if... How do I do it? Prediction. No. How do I do it? How do I do it?
I have no idea. I haven't started prediction.
Anyway, where do you think it's going to finish in the top 3 then?
I think Harry is going to pull away on this one. He's been very solid. He's been very solid through quali. Had some good practice laps in. I think Aiden could potentially snatch P2 from the Alpha Man. I think Phil Mitchell can snatch that last podium spot as well.
I think I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go the same.
If it doesn't work out, well, some of our predictions never usually work out anyway. So.
It is what it is.
As Harry's trying to bunch up the pack here a little bit to make sure his tires stay at the optimum temperature. If they round to the last sector now. Did I do the start last time? Or did you do the start?
I did last time.
Yeah, I'll take the start this time. We're getting ready to start the Russian Grand Prix. Very... might get a little bored.
Can we just get a round of applause? There has been no DNFs in the formation lap. Let's
Mint.
go.
Brilliant.
It's only taken 17 races to see an improvement from the field. And now I want to see no DNFs into the first turn. Maybe a Carlos Sainz into the wall, because that would be fouling.
That makes sense. Because that bollard is placed in the most terrible position you can put it in. Makes sure drivers can get around
I'm telling you right now, right? Codemasters are very upset about how qualifying went, and they're going to see the lights go out, and the driver's going to go at the exact same time the lights go out. Watch.
Better, man. I want to see exact timing.
You've got this, Prix.
All right. It's like if I could get a better camera angle, that'd be pretty lit. All right. 5 red lights for us, not for the drivers just yet. I think everyone's getting reshoveled around. Didn't know we were playing a game of Jeopardy. Alright, here we go. As we begin to rev up for the Russian Grand Prix, it's lights out, and away we go. A good start from the Renault of Hasbro, but the Alfa Romeo Pagmusi right alongside. They slot in as we have the incredible run down to turn 1. Oh, we got a car off into the wall. I think he caught it back. Looked like Lauren has down into turn 1, almost 3 wide in the back. but they all make it through safely through turn 1. So Hasbro leads from Pacbusi, from Aiden.
Swanee.
And Swanee's rounded into the wall.
That was stupid from Swanee. That was very, very stupid from Swanee. Anyway, we move. Not too many crashes. I'm not sure how the hell Lawrence alive.
Side by side through the second sector with the racing point of the Williams. But Hasbro out in front.
Racing within. Lots of racing going on here.
Looking. Blake ran into the back of the racing point of Evan Shows, gave himself wing damage.
As he's behind, you got the Renault of Jack.
Wide. This is for the last point spot here, only on lap 1, and it's already getting intense. Bradley defends up that inside. Jack has to back out. That's going to lose him a spot to Matt.
Some nice racing at the back there. Keeping it clean. As Jack is on the run here. He's looking down the inside of the Alpha.
Oh, they make contact. He loses a bit of his front wing.
Yeah, it was probably a bit ambitious.
Back out of his challenge. So Hasbro leads currently on the soft tire.
Big train here.
This is going to be a huge DRS train once we get it.
Move on the racing point.
The battle between the two Red Bulls is heating up as now here comes Alphinator using his overtake, trying to get past his teammate. He does. Down the long front stretch. He's going to get it from Aiden, who's brakes a little late and almost runs into the back of his teammate.
Nice clean. From there.
Side by side through turn 3. It's Bradley. And it's the Alfa Romeo of Matt, who's going to go up the inside of the AlphaTauri through turn 3. A brilliant move. And he's going to get up into 10th.
Some team coordination needed here. Alphinator needs as many points as he can get to secure that championship.
And Alpha Mitchell is on the back of the two battling Red Bulls. As Aiden's going to look up the inside. He's got to back out, or they're going to make contact, and they do. And Aiden gets spun round. Yeah, it wasn't a very smart move there from Aiden.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. Once again,
as now Phil Mitchell with a terrible exit, as now Xbox 7 Up is going to dive down the inside of the Williams, coming into one of the many DRS zones, and he's going to get the spot. So
nice train at the back here.
So Aiden with it all to do.
Blink side by side with the Williams.
Flaming Hobo's trying to defend. Parks that car right in the middle of the racetrack as Matt dives down the inside of the racing point. Contact and around goes MM Shows.
It's unlucky. See what he can do. Recovery drive from him now. But yeah, I think Phil Mitchell might have a little bit of wing damage. I'm not too sure. Obviously, when Aiden went for the move on Alphinator, he spun in the middle of the track, right in front of Phil. So
looks like Phil Mitchell's wing looks okay from what we can see, though it might be lime green. So we have no idea how that wing's going to be performing for him.
See what happens. But Pacbusi's within the second of Hasbro.
Yeah, Hasbro hasn't
lost a lot of time.
Hasbro usually drops second place usually by a second around this lap or so, but he just can't seem to do it. As Blink
got past Flaming over.
He goes ahead of the Williams. Then now Matt's going to get
wing damage.
Matt's going to get a little racy here on the Williams as well.
As Matt is very low on the ERS already. He's on 5% in 3 laps. So he's been pushing hard.
Here comes Xbox 7 Up. He's gaining currently on Alphinator here. Alphinator, it's a little sideways as Xbox picks up a 3-second time penalty. As Hasbro has dropped Pacbusi outside of DRS range, but will he get it down the straight? He does not. But Xbox 7 Up is going to get the DRS here on the Red Bull. As Alphinator is trying to break the toe, they're going to be wheel to wheel heading down. He's going to try to send it around the outside, which is going to turn to the inside of this corner right here, down on the brakes. Alphinator tried to squeeze, but the Red Bull is powerless to defend against the AlphaTauri, who moves. As he gets twitchy. But Xbox 7 Up moves into P3 now.
All this fighting is really helping Boosie and Hasbro up front as Flaming Hobo gets past Matt. He's already in front. I think Matt went for
Matt tried to went for a move. He's going to have to wait for this DRS.
Flag, sector 3, that's the racing point. L. Davies.
Is he round? Yes, he's in the wall.
Not sure if he has wing damage. That's unlucky. That turn definitely catches a lot of people out. Caught me out in my PC League race.
But now back for P3 Alphinator with the DRS. Gaining on the AlphaTauri, not close enough to make a dive into turn 2. And those all was 3 wide into turn 2. I think. As Matt tried to look down the inside. of Bradley and Flaming Hobo who were battling, but now he's stuck
on the inside.
Yeah, he's stuck on the outside now as Jack's up the inside of the Alfa Romeo. This is 4P9. Matt's going to get the spot, but runs wide, almost tags the wall out there.
Williams and the AlphaTauri finding him in the Bradley side by side.
Bradley dives on the
contact. Bradley.
Contact. Max going to get to the outside. Bradley almost didn't leave enough space. Now Jack's going to get around the outside as well.
This is just stupid from these guys now.
Matt's got wing damage. He does not have any front left end plate as he gets past the AlphaTauri of Bradley. And that moves Tenek into the points now.
It looked like Bradley pushed Matt into the wall earlier on, and then because they were both slow on the exit, Jack had a lot more speed, went to go down the middle.
Battle for P4. Phil Mitchell gaining on the Red Bull, late on the brakes, gets right up to the rear wing.
Alpha's tires will be on fire.
Jack's under threat now from Daily PM. In Mercedes.
And Tokyo drifting. There's a lot of fight in here at the top. Those tires are dying quick. People are sliding all over the place. Tenek on the back of Matt.
Matt's going to go to the pits. He got wing damage. That's going to release Tenek to try to chase after the AlphaTauri now. Bradley.
Oh, I guess a 5-second time penalty for speed in the pit lane.
As here comes Phil Mitchell. A safety car. The safety car on the track. It's for
Laurent.
Laurent has retired out of the Grand Prix. We get a full course safety car right as Phil Mitchell is about to get past Alphinator in a turn 2.
I'm not going to lie, I've been watching a lot of Light McQueen recently, and I think Laurent took in some advice. Turn right. And, oh no, for a right turn.
So what is... So we're on board with...
He just
smacked into the wall, brought out a safety car.
So now, are we going to see the jump for hard tires?
I think if you have the pace on the pace, I would switch onto the hards and try to make a one stop. That's a long way to go on those hard tires.
If there's rain to come, then I don't know. Well, I mean the hards are slow. The hards are very slow compared to the mediums, so
I'm not sure if
I'd probably stay out.
Not sure if there will be any rain.
But Hasbro and Boosie aren't going to like this. They had an 8-second gap, and now
it's all gone.
That's going to be 0.
Yeah, it's gone.
Let's see what happens.
So an interesting first 5 laps of this Grand Prix. More interesting than I honestly thought it was going to be.
Yeah, me too. This is a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. But what I want to know is what people like Blink are going to do now. He has the wing damage. This is a free pit stop for him, but just had some overtaking on the safety car. Matt and
Swanee and Matt,
they're
racing on the safety car.
Lovely move from Swanee there on the inside.
With the AI assistance as he went paused. As into the pits comes Hasbro. And the AlphaTauri of Xbox 7 Up. They're going to switch onto the hard tires to try to make that strategy work to try to go to the end of the Grand Prix. Who else is in? It looks like the Williams of Flaming Hasbro. Flaming Hobo's in as well. As Bradley's also in, as it was a double stack at AlphaTauri, and they were not ready for the wing change that's going on down at AlphaTauri. It's going to be a slow stop for Bradley.
Like Jack Gretton got the worst of it as well.
The Shows is also into the pits to get a new front wing.
So 4 cars not pitted.
Pac Lucy, who
on the soft,
assumes the lead of this Grand Prix. Alphinator in P2, Phil Mitchell P3, Blink in P4, Dangerous Donut, who started on the mediums, currently in P5. And then we have the first.
I think what the top 4 are doing is the correct strategy here. I would not have gone hards either. I would have stayed on the softs, lap 11, pit onto the mediums. I think, yeah, the hards are so slow and
they're just not worth it around here. As Daily Piano Gaming has left the session. So the Mercedes, who's currently up into P12, just pitted for those hard tires, is now driverless at the moment in time.
If you want to try ping him an invite, I'm sure I'd appreciate that. As the grids start to catch up, so far only 1 DNF, and looks like Lawrence got caught up. To be fair, I don't know how Lawrence survived the start of the race. It looked like he went full speed into the wall.
That's exactly what I thought he did. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what actually happened. But unlucky that brought out a safety car. Just the proximity of the barriers just is going to bring out a safety car.
I hope he didn't give up. I hope he didn't just go straight into the wall to to spice this up, but
His daily
never
PM is
know,
back
eh?
in the car now.
hopefully he knows how to get back in his car. I'm like commentator over it. Anyway, Swanee looks like he's overtaken Kia
I'm never
on the safety car.
I'm never gonna live that down, am I?
China was a good day. It's funny as well because I typed it in chat, it said you could take over, press X, and then afterwards I'm like, you could have taken control, right? I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, I typed it in chat. You're like,
yeah. As Bradley is overtaken. Lee Davies is in the
L
pits.
Davies into the pits.
I don't think this. He's switched going to the medium.
I think it's for wing.
He's for a front wing and he's going under the hard tires.
He's on the mediums.
Oh, he's going under the other set of mediums. Could the medium tires make it from here? That's about.
Well, he started on mediums, so it's an illegal strategy.
So
if
he's
was,
gonna have
so
to
he
switch
pit again
onto
at the
him
end.
on a soft, maybe the softs or the hards towards the
Don't
end
worry,
of
mate. I believe in Davies. He knows what he's doing, bro. This guy, flying through the field. He's going to go onto the softs at the end and fly even more. This guy, I have full faith in Davies here.
this. Knows what he's doing.
But Davies knows something we don't.
I guess so.
These tyres are actually hards, but with yellow paint. Guys,
Alright,
You've all been pranked.
we're bunching up
Been
behind
debated.
the safety car, waiting. I think the safety car would come in at the end of this lap because the majority of the field is behind it.
100%.
We'll come in at the end of this lap.
So the start of the safety car. Oh, sorry, the end of the safety car. We've got Boosie P1, Alpha Nader P2, Phil Mitchell P3. The Ferrari's having a very good start. Blink and Dangerous Donut P4, P5. Hasbo, looking like... Oh, this could be good for Hasbo. He needs a good start here. Hasbo, Xbox 7 up, Flaming Hobo, Tenik and Bradley. And you've got Peter, who should be back in his car. Swanee's not in the best position here. Needs to have a good start. Nat Brooks, Jack, you got Mark in the racing point. Looks like he got caught up in something earlier on. Insane Power also looks like he got caught up. Aiden got caught up with his teammate earlier on.
Lee Davies.
Lee Davies, the man with the strategy.
And his safety car confirming is coming in at the end of this lap as the lights are out. On the top of that Mercedes-Benz, which hopefully for some races next season, actually, we know, for most races next season will be in Aston Martin instead.
I can't wait to see that livery in the game.
Very spicy to see as now the Alfa Romeo becomes the effective safety car. Before the safety car dives in and we get back to racing here in Russia with about 21, going to be 20 laps to go.
So in goes the safety car, and
So
Boosie's
he
on the
goes.
roll.
A great launch for the Alfa Tauri. People weren't ready. I think we had this. People definitely weren't ready for that launch. A good launch for the Alfa Romeo as he gets a 1.5 seconds ahead on the restart. As we're back underway here in Russia.
Very good start, as it looks like Hasbro has a run on Dangerous Donut.
Oh, he's good. Oh no, he's gonna lay back here.
I'm not sure. Flaming Hobo making a move on Xbox 7.
Going down the inside of the AlphaTauri. Ooh. Almost a little bit of contact, and he's going to get ahead of the AlphaTauri now. Bradley is on the back of his teammate as well. As we're going to spin out of turn 3, it's the Mercedes of Daily PM. I think he went on the outside, got on the marbles, and just lost it. And he just lost a bit of his front wing.
That's unlucky. He just pitted as well.
His tires were cold, and he just lit him up out of turn 3 and smacked into the barrier.
Cold hards are not very nice, I can tell you that.
Yeah, they're not very grippy either.
Tenek. You're not wrong. Tenek on the back of Bradley. He's on those, no he's not. I was about to say he's on the mediums.
He's on the hards.
Unless they're mediums painted white, they are hards.
Well, they were in 2018.
Looks like they're all very close, to be fair. I don't really know where to look. Flaming Hobo's catching up to Hasbro. That's a good run on the stream.
I suppose she's an overtake, trying to keep the Mercedes Williams, the Williams Mercedes behind him.
McLaren running the Mercedes engine this season. That'll be interesting.
Looking forward to it. Oh, he's gonna spin.
Oh, a Dangerous Donut.
He spun it and has lost a bit of his front wing.
Safety car or a safety car.
I was gonna make a joke about the AMG stickers that aren't on the Mercedes, that are on the McLaren and on the Mercedes instead, but we'll move on.
As usual, the Ferrari doing the master spin out of plan.
Man, I didn't know we had Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari at this race. Oh, all right.
Let's go. But Hasbro's dropped the second to Blink, so he's not going to DRS in the next lap when that's activated. Those soft runners need to go.
They need to go because Blink's only about 6/10. Actually, no, that's wrong. About a second ahead of the Renault of Hasbro.
Swanee needs to get up the field as well on those mediums. I'm not sure what he's going to do actually, because I think Swanee started on the soft, so he can go medium. He definitely can't get those to the end unless he does the Vettel 40 laps on the soft.
It's like Blink.
I can't remember where that was.
Blink's closing in here on Phil Mitchell. Cut the gap.
Hasbro's catching up to Blink as well.
5/10. We don't have DRS yet, do we?
Yellow flag.
Oh, we got a spin. It's Flaming Hobo. He's round. I think he just lost it on that curb. Is he missing a bit of his front wing? Yes, he is. He's missing the left front end plate. Actually, he's missing most of that front wing. As we got a battle for 9th, as here comes Swanee on the medium compound tires to the left-hand side of Tenek. Tenek's going to try to fight back. Late braking from the McLaren. Oh, very close between these two. Is Tenek squeezes him
turns in very early.
Yeah, squeezes him onto that grass / that sausage curb out there. I think he should have left him a little bit more room, but we move on. As now I believe DRS should be enabled this lap, and it is. So the pit window is open currently for those medium, for those
looking
soft
for lap
cars.
11. You want to go lap 11 on these softs. That's where you want to be.
Here we go, the DRS for the Ferrari of Blink. He's going to try to get past Phil Mitchell using the overtake. Phil Mitchell's not trying to use the overtake. He goes defensive, parks that Williams in the middle of the track, gets onto the curb, runs wide, as now here comes the Ferrari to the inside into turn 3. And that's going to be Blink into the podium position in P3. As Lee Davies back in 14th gets past Liam Insane Power, who I believe had an issue coming out, is side by side for P9. Swanee down the inside. Ooh, I think they did make a little bit of contact. Lucky you can't get a puncture from contact in this game. That would have definitely been for sure a puncture for the Haas. As now Phil Mitchell, I believe, is starting to struggle on those soft tires. And that's going to allow Haas to
go in a lap early.
Yeah, he's gaining on the Williams. DRS for the Williams. DRS for the Ferrari of Blink, who's actually going to try to gain time here on Alphinator. I think Hasbro's trying to lay back because he knows he's going to get these guys when they make their stop.
Yeah, he doesn't need to race this. It's just going to bring out wing damage, if anything. He just needs to hope Xbox 7 up knows that as well.
Phil Mitchell trying to move there in Sector 3. Did not work out for the Williams. Into the pits comes the Red Bull of Alphinator and the Williams of Phil Mitchell. Blink stays out, as does Pac Lucy up front. So that's going to leave Hasbro in DRS range of that Ferrari.
I mean, Pac Boosie's loving this. He's miles up the road. He's done well on those softs so far. He just needs to see what else he can do. Is at the back, Jack Gretton and Mark. Mark's right on the back of track here.
Gets the DRS. As Jack gets the DRS off of Matt here.
Yeah, he got the DRS train.
The DRS train is massive around here.
I've had a stinker there, thinking something was going to happen. The Alphinator comes up P14. Phil Mitchell just behind P15. So
ahead of
what can those guys do?
Just need to start pushing their way through. They can make the end of the race as long as they just save their tires and only make really. They just need to be nice and smooth and not have any mistakes.
Boosie's flying here. Blink holding up the pack is doing Boosie bits.
Wonderful.
He's going to come out like P10, I reckon.
He's going to stay in the points, I think, as now Hasbro is right on the back of the Ferrari now. He's going to get the DRS. He's going to use his overtake as he turns it on. DRS wide open on the Renault, gaining on the Ferrari.
He doesn't want to be stuck here anymore. Is he going to look for a move?
He's going to go down the inside. Up the inside of the Ferrari, who has front-end damage, and that's going to be the Renault. Up to P2, Blink's going to fight. Xbox 7 Up looks down the inside of the Ferrari. Thinks better of it, decides to back out.
There's a yellow flag there, one of the Williams, I think that's Flaming Hobo.
Into the pits comes Pac Boosie, into the pits comes Blink. So that completes the soft running train, except for Dangerous Donut, who's still on soft tires. I believe he headed for those.
So where is Boosie going to come out? He had a good lead. Hasbro's into the lead
Hasbro
now.
assumes the race lead of the Russian Grand Prix.
There's two AlphaTauris, P1, sorry, P2, P3.
I want
to know what Swanee.
Blink with the wing change is going to take him a lot longer. As he's going to come out.
Swanee's looking for the move on Tenek.
Pac's going to be outside of the points. This is outside the points. As we have yellow flag, Sector 3, it's for a Ferrari. It's for Dangerous Donut. He's dropped it as Peter behind him almost drops it as well. to be fair, those soft tires are not working. As Matt Brooks is out of the car now. AI taking over.
P6.
And that's bad because he has 2 cars right behind him who are going to instantly pick those spots up.
Gonna try to ping him and invite, get him back in as soon as we can. But
now here goes.
AI is only going to drop down the field now.
Here it goes. Now Aiden's next to try to take a bite out of that Alfa Romeo.
The undercut's done bits here for... oh, no, never mind. Don't worry, I'm tripping. Alfa from Mitchell gained a lot of time on BC. Lost a lot of time indeed with the undercut. But Swanee still within the second of Tenek on the mediums. Has 80% ERS, and if I was him, I'd be getting past.
Ooh, Tenek's very wide. Tenek has... Ooh, it's Bradley, almost drops it. Coming through the last few corners of the sector. Xbox 7 up. Is he still in DRS range of the... Oh no, he drops it!
Ooh.
He's rounded into the wall. Goes the AlphaTauri. Dropped it out of the last corner. I think he was trying to close up to Hasbro to try to get that DRS, and he pushed it too hard. That's going to be an easy pass for Bradley. He just needs to let his teammate go.
DRS as well.
Oh,
yeah,
he's
I don't think Xbox should fight this. He has the wing damage. There's literally no point.
Around the outside goes the AlphaTauri on his teammate. He's going to fight it. Xbox 7 up, gonna fight this one into turn 3. On the inside with no wing, Bradley has to back out. There's gonna be a massive accident
Bradley
there.
gets pushed out wide as well.
He's gonna fight it again, up, down, around the outside. Wheel to wheel for the AlphaTauris. I think Xbox should just let him go as he does.
Yeah, he does it, he does it.
Now Tenek's gonna be right on him as well, as so is Swanee, who's gaining a lot on Tenek. He's gonna go up the inside through the middle sector. You don't really see a little bit of contact between the McLaren and the Haas, maybe a payback from earlier. Or was that a Ferrari? I have no idea. But we move on. Xbox 7 up.
Swanee on the inside of Xbox 7
up. Yeah, Xbox 7 up is struggling without that bit of front wing, as he's going to send it around the outside of the AlphaTauri. Tenek also with the DRS. He's going to get by him as well. Oh, he has to get out of the throttle as Xbox 7 up. But Swanee gets the... Did Swanee get an leave overtake on the AlphaTauri? He just gave his position back. Tenek down the inside. Ooh! Gets sideways and makes and Brown goes Xbox 7
and
up.
the crash Xbox 7 up.
And Mark gets past Swanee. Mark into P4 now. Jack looks down the inside. Aiden gets a spot from the run of Jack as well.
Davies up to P8. I told you, bro, the strategy.
Strategy's working bits for the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa.
Racing point. Crazy stuff there. I think Swanee got an illegal overtake on Xbox 7 up.
That's the backup.
Racing battle. He has no wing, which isn't the smartest.
Battle for P3. Mark is on the back of Tenek. Tenek's going to try to go defensive, parks that McLaren in the middle of the track. Mark has to back out of his attempt. He gets a great run out of turn 2, though. He's going to go try to sit around the outside Charles Leclerc style. In turn 3, he's not going to get the spot. Unless he sends... Is he going to send it on the inside? No. It's Swanee, late on the brakes and gets right up close to the racing point now. And Aiden is loving this battle right here. Is Swanee on the mediums. His tires are going to start to fall off here soon, unless he's trying to go to the end on those.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go to the end. I think that's a bit ambitious. Pitted lap 3, if he can get those to the end, I'll be very impressed.
But now Tenek is still under threat here from the racing point. But Mark is going to get the DRS down this long straight, as he's going to pull out to the left-hand side. Tenek's going to fight this one. They are wheel to wheel as they run down towards this corner, and the racing point of Mark into the P3 podium position.
And Aiden gets up in past Swanee.
Ooh, Aiden, great move.
It looks like a bit of wing damage there from someone. Yeah, Swanee gets wing damage. I think Aiden might have caught him.
Oh, up break for
Swanee should jump into the pits now, no matter what. Jump onto those mediums and go to the end. He has the wing damage. There's no point.
I think Mark is also gaining here on the AlphaTauri of Bradley.
Yes, Swanee into the pits.
Into the pits comes the Haas. That's going to put Lee Davies into P7 now.
Tenek has the DRS. He's using overtake.
Yeah, he's trying to gain on the racing point here. He's not close enough into turn. I don't think he's going to be close enough into turn 2. Oh, late on the brakes. It has to go wide and goes through the bollard.
Doesn't do the Carlos signs, so that McLaren's
yellow flag sector 3. That's going to be yep. So his race is going from bad to worse.
And he's not going to be happy. Into the pits again. He doesn't have any wing damage. Maybe a pause retirement here. He's not happy.
Beating the pit lane, yeah.
Oh, Hasbro! On my screen, just drove straight into the wall.
Yeah,
If that is...
Nope.
It doesn't look like he's got any wing damage.
Nope.
Jesus, I thought Hasbro binned it then.
It's Mark did a little sideways there. Aiden is inside the DRS range of the McLaren ahead. Jack's right behind him as well. It's going to be a nice scrap here for the last podium spot, I think.
Alpha is up into P9 as well, so those mediums are coming to life. They need to get their foot down though.
It's
12 laps to go.
Jack's trying to gain here on the Red Bull. Looks not close enough. But
Boosie
Mark
gets
is
side by side with Davies, makes the move.
Mark has gained about 4/10 on the AlphaTauri in front. He's just gaining on the AlphaTauri. Will he close up to Bradley? Well, I guess we'll find out in the next 11 laps or so. Left in
Mark is loving those hard tires, I can tell you that.
Yeah, he's making those hard tires work miracles, I tell you.
No DRS through the front of the field. Jack's the only one with it. He's got it on Aiden, but it's not looking like he's close enough.
He's not.
Phil Mitchell on the back of Insane Power into the first straight here.
I think he's gonna get this.
DRS. He's gonna have the DRS. Insane Power probably shouldn't fight this,
but you know we say that all the time, but we'll probably fight it anyway. Goes right in the middle of the track. Phil Mitchell trying to send it around the outside of the McLaren. He's gonna fight it. They make contact. Phil Mitchell has to go off and misses the bollard. Does not get a penalty for it.
From my camera angle, I have no idea whose fault that was.
I'd say it's a
Maybe
racing
bit of
incident, but we move on, as we do.
We move.
As we do here in the commentating team. 7/10.
Common phrase in the tier 2 races.
7/10 is the gap between Aiden and Tenek. I think it just got a little bit wider because Aiden has a little bit of an issue going through these section of corners down with still gets the DRS. But it's just that further back from the McLaren is now Mark's now 1.8 seconds behind the AlphaTauri Bradley.
Jack is having a very good race so far. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not trying to whip up the commentators first, but so far so good. I'm doing my best not to say anything, but I want to say something so he knows that I've been supporting him from the start. Come on, Jack.
Tenek inside DRS range of the Racing Point of Mark.
There's Blink and Insane Power fighting the P11. Looks like
Blink round the outside of the McLaren. A neat move
out
from Blink.
Good, he backed out there, or that would have been interesting for sure.
Disaster.
Tenek
with the DRS.
Again.
Don't think he's close enough. Jack is definitely close enough on the Red Bull of Aiden this time. Uses all of his, trying to use his overtake. Aiden goes right down. He's got to fight around the outside. Aiden, ooh, definitely got a warning for that.
That's a good point. I didn't even look at the penalties. There's a 2nd to 6th all have penalties.
As Swanee on the soft tires gets past the Alfa Romeo of Matt Brooks.
The softs? Why is on the softs?
I don't know why he's on the softs.
Oh wait, no, they can get to the end, can't they? They can do 11 laps.
Yeah, we got about 11 laps left here.
I've had a stinker there, boys. I don't know what I'm on about. Ignore me.
5/10 is the gap between the Racing Point and the McLaren. It's about to get very racy indeed for this last podium spot.
These hards need to drop off for those medium runners, or this isn't good for them, because at the minute the hards looking like they were definitely the better call.
Aiden with no DRS to help him. As here comes the Renault of Jack. He's going to go try to send it down the inside of the Red Bull. Aiden breaks late and holds the spot for right now. Jack had a look, but decides to back out.
Yeah, it's good he didn't go for that. Say that much.
He would have had his wing chopped off. 1.5 seconds now is the gap between the Racing Point and the AlphaTauri. This in the battle for P2. I think in the closing laps we're going to see a nice scrap here for P2. Hasbro about 7 seconds up the road in the lead.
Staying the bottom of the track here, he has a very good exit. He's on the overtake, he's got the DRS. Can he get it done this time?
As Pakbusi is loving this view that he has of these two battling. It's just gaining time for him.
Not quite close enough. Yeah, Boosie on those mediums. Now is go time. Gonna quickly have a look at the penalties. So we got, oh, Mark is on 9, so that's not good for him. Aiden's on 9.
Mark just
make that 12.
Make that 12 for Mark.
So Bradley's on 3, Tenek's on 3, Jack is on 6. Boosie's got none. Davies and Alphanay both have 3, so maybe some position changes towards the end as the field gets closer with all these different strategies going on. But so far, boring Russia hasn't been that boring.
Yeah, it's been a pretty nice race so far.
Tenek and Mark.
The Mark has dropped off here of the AlphaTauri.
It's good to see Mark in the racing point. Has the pace to fight for the podium spots, but I mean Russia is one of those tracks that hands out
Penalties
like it's a free leaflet outside of a school saying come skating on Wednesdays.
Yep.
I think that was a very sick explanation from the That just rolled off the tongue. That was smooth.
That was awesome.
But Pack Boosie on the back of Jack now. Those mediums flying.
Working a treat for the Alfa Romeo. I think he's going to get Jack here. He just plays this nice and easy. Doesn't need to do any stupid moves on him. Just needs to use the DRS and get right back past. Lee Davies is into the pits. Into the pits comes the Racing Point, going onto the soft tires, about a 7-second gap. At 4.
Boosie side by side with Jack now. Is he going to get Alpha as well?
Side by.
Alpha I'm out of anyone. Aiden.
Side by side, the Alfa Romeo down the inside with a little bit of a lockup. As clouds are starting to form here over the Sochi Autodrome as the Alfa Romeo moves into P6.
Davies onto the softs.
As now Tenek is 4/10 behind the Racing Point of Mark. As Lee Davies now drops into drops out of the pits into P14. As,
well, we can see Aiden's lacking the pace now.
Yeah,
maybe
he's
15 laps. He's losing the rear end there, so
he's just losing
have
grip.
3 more laps till their tires are the same as Aiden. Are we going to see
Whoa.
the downfall of the top 4 as Boosie doesn't look removed? I'm lying. He's right behind with the DRS on the straight now. He's going to get this move done 100%.
100% right here.
Aiden
is going to fight this one, I think. Yes, he will. That's a park up the inside, but that's going to be the Alfa Romeo through, I think, for P5. Yes, it is. With another lockup. But he gets the spot from the Red Bull.
And Jack's just behind as well. 3-lap younger tyres. I think Aiden actually got a bit of damage and pitted earlier than everyone else.
Alphanator is also closing in on this battle here for P5. As Phil Mitchell is about 2 seconds behind him.
Alphanator's got a lot of time to make. As well, Boosie's in a very good position here. He needs these hards to die quicker though.
As Marcus now cut the gap to about
1.1
seconds to the AlphaTauri. You can see a nice battle here.
He's not having a good job at the top, is he? He's not enjoying those tyres at all. But Jack on the back of Aiden has the DRS, but I forgot Aiden has the DRS on Boosie as well. So.
Ooh, early break again for the Red Bull. I think he's struggled with that tyre where he's decided to brake a little bit early. And Jack's not expecting it.
Jack broke a bit late as well, yeah.
So, as that Racing Point can see the AlphaTauri more clearly as he's trying to close up. Trying to see the AlphaTauri logo on the back of it.
Fight for P5 is definitely interesting at the minute. His map, well, insane power into the pits for the softs at the back.
Yep. As Aiden picks up another 3-second time penalty, moves him up to, I believe, 12 seconds worth of penalties in this one.
I don't think Jackson will be very happy. Aiden's getting the DRS off Boostie, so he just can't attack him. He can't do anything to get past.
1.0, that's the gap now between the AlphaTauri and the Racing Point. Mark's trying to get in that DRS range of the AlphaTauri. Bradley, who's struggling on those hard tires, has not been able to make them work as he wants them to. I think Mark's going to have if he has a nice last sector here, he's going to have the DRS on the AlphaTauri. As Tenek
to the 100th of a second.
Tenek has dropped out of DRS range of the Racing Point. That's going to leave him vulnerable to the Alfa Romeo.
And Mark's got it. Mark's got the DRS, so he's now on the attack for second.
He has the DRS.
The penalties, we'll ignore those for now.
But we can see a nice scrap in the meantime.
Hasbo will be loving this.
Absolutely, he just wants to pull away with no penalties. Just needs to... Those clouds getting darker, or is it just me?
If it was to throw it down with rain in the last 3 laps, that would be very entertaining for sure.
7/10.
But I don't think it's going to happen.
It's now the gap. The battle for second as Lee Davies on the soft tires gets past the Mercedes of Daily PM Gaming, who goes back into the pits.
Those medium runners that stayed out longer definitely getting stuck behind. I think it was Blink they're all fighting with.
Yep.
Helped Boosie a lot. Boosie's having a good race.
As he's on the back of Tenek now.
The better call.
Yeah, but Mark for P2 with the DRS has it open, not using any overtake, trying to save it all with his last few laps.
Boosie, on the other hand, using everything.
He's trying to get past the McLaren. Mark looks for a move down the inside. So does Pac Boosie on the McLaren. Can't find his way through. He's going to have to wait it out until the next DRS. Well, DRS straight. But look at how close Mark is now to the AlphaTauri. It's about 4/10 is the gap now.
This isn't helpful at all. 2 fights at once. I don't know which one to watch.
Which one's more entertaining? The one that's not going to matter due to penalties, or the one that is still not going to matter due to penalties?
Let's go with the first one.
Yes!
One that doesn't matter to do with penalties.
Here comes Mark with
Mark
using his overtake with the DRS, trying to gain on the AlphaTauri. Bradley not using any of his overtake. He has none. Now here comes the racing point down the inside of the AlphaTauri, down towards turn 2. Bradley with the late brake. Ooh, tries to squeeze him out onto the curb, and Mark up to P2.
Tenek keeps his position on Boosie. Is Bradley going to send it back?
Actually, Bradley is still on the back of the still on the back of the racing point.
Yeah. Karma. I tell you what, P2 to P5, all within 2 seconds of each other.
I think Boosie's going to be a little upset. He wants to get through here.
Stuck behind Aiden.
He still hasn't found a way.
Tires are dead.
Yeah, he still hasn't found his way past the Red Bull. So, the battle for the last point spot. Swanee is about 1.4 seconds behind Blink, who does not have any time penalties. On the other hand, Swanee has a time penalty. As now, here we go. For the battle for P4, here comes Pac Boosie. Tenek using all of his overtake, trying to keep that Alfa Romeo behind. He's going to have to wait another lap to get by the McLaren, or he's going to set it down the inside. Late on the brakes for the Alfa Romeo. Side by side through the last sector. Who's going to back? Is anyone going to back out? They're going to keep it in. They're going to keep their foot in. I think Tenek's going to come. Yeah, Tenek's going to get right around the outside of the Alfa Romeo, and Boosie's going to have to wait another lap to get past the McLaren.
Talk about another lap. Same thing for Jack as well. Still stuck behind Aiden. Aiden gained a second from those guys fighting.
But Bradley with the DRS on the racing point now.
Has no overtake. I don't think it's going to be close enough. Pac Boosie on the other hand, within 3 attempts.
Is going to try to get on the McLaren. On the brakes, down towards turn 2, not close enough. Jack's also not close enough to get past Aiden. But now Pac Boosie's trying to gain here through turn 3 with those grippier medium compounds. Not close enough on the McLaren. He's got to wait for the next DRS zone.
To Swanee. Swanee side by side with Blink on this soft. He backed out of it. This is slowly could have got it done.
This is for the last point spot. This is helping out Lee Davis, who's trying to gain. He's about 12 seconds behind this battle.
And Boosie still within 2 attempts of Tenek. Very close race in here. Probably going to get him on the DRS straight. I mean, Tenek has 60% ERS. He needs to be using that.
Yeah, that's
4 laps left to go.
Here we go. 4 to go. Here in Russia.
Looks like Alfa and Phil Mitchell not a great position. Those mediums.
As now they make the right turn onto the DRS straight. As Tenek does not have the DRS this time on the AlphaTauri of Bradley. As now here comes Pac Boosie flying through on the McLaren. He's going to get the spot even with a little bit of a lockup. As now he's free to chase after the AlphaTauri of Bradley for the last points, for the last podium spot. Actually, he's
ignoring the penalties. I'm pretty sure he jumps in there anyway.
That's right.
But
I can't do math, so I can't calculate that. But, you know, we move on.
Wants to cross the line in second place. What can he do? As
Jack is still behind Aiden.
Yes, he's saving his ERS from the looks of it. He has 65%. If he gets it,
now he's going to use it now.
This is it.
This is
it. I believe.
This time, DRS for the Renault of Jack. He's trying to get P6 from Aiden. He will get it due to penalties, but he wants to do it on track. Nope, Aiden is too far ahead into turn 2 with his own overtake. Oh, it gets a little sideways. And Jack closed right up, but could not.
A little tap on the back. Swanee still not getting past Blink.
This will be out Lee Davies again, who's about 12 seconds down on this battle here. The last point spot. Has Blink?
He's got
I did not notice that Blink picked up a 3-second time penalty.
He's at Phil Mitchell might have made a mistake. He was within 3 seconds of Alfa now.
Now he's dropped it.
Now 5.4.
Yep. If he wants to fight for this championship, he's going to have to be a little higher than that.
And then when you think about that as well, Hasbro currently in P1. It looks like he's going to get it unless he spins out.
Spin out.
Closer between him and Alfa Mate.
Tenek with the Jack. Tenek got the
Gets it past Aiden.
Finally, Jack has made it past the Red Bull of Aiden. He's struggling.
Let's go, Jack.
As Aiden's going to try to send it back. Jack, after...
Please, Aiden, don't do anything stupid again. Please.
Jack has finally gotten past the Red Bull. It was a few more laps in the making. But now, are those medium tires for Pack starting to go off now that he's been battling with Tenek? Because Tenek is still in that DRS range on the hard compound of tire.
Those tires are going to be on the edge. No, they won't. No, they'll be fine.
3 laps to go in the Soviet / Russian Grand Prix.
Jack, not even using the overtake. He's not even going to try.
Not going to try to fight it. Aiden's
trying to. Got the speed.
Aiden's trying to get it, but
can't get close enough.
There's no way.
Tenek's flying.
Yeah, Tenek is still on the back
of
the Alfa Romeo. He's not letting Pack get away, but he's dragging Tenek closer here to Bradley in the AlphaTauri.
Maybe Boosie's tyres are struggling because I got on board with him and looking at the thing in the bottom right that I have, he's got a there was a little mechanical sign there. It's just disappeared. I'm not sure what that means.
I think he's either his team was in the pits or something. I don't know. Who knows? Really?
We move
on. Ooh, Pack with a lockup. Trying to stay in that DRS range of the AlphaTauri. He gets the DRS. And now it's all about trying to gain as much time as he can on the AlphaTauri. Oh, yeah. I don't think his tires have gone on just yet. They still have that little bit of life left in him as he's closing up to the AlphaTauri.
As Mark has made a 2-second gap to Bradley. I did just jump on board with Hasbro. He's nice and lonely on the main straight.
2 laps to go for the man in the Renault.
Mark's got very good pace, eh?
He's gaining
gap on Bradley.
Getting a lot of time. Is he still in that penalty zone of... Yes, he is.
100%. Yeah. But Boosie has the DRS. Is he going to get the move that on Bradley for P3?
Nice. I think he's too far back into turn 2 to get this one. He's got to stay behind the AlphaTauri for a little bit longer here. As he's now starting to drop the McLaren to Tenek now. But now Aiden's starting to drop back. He's his teammate about 3.6 seconds behind him.
His mediums, sorry, his hards won't be the nicest thing to drive right now. 22 lap olds. He pitted lap 4.
Yellow flag. It's for the Mercedes. It's a Mercedes. It's Daily PM who's lost it, and that's going to allow same power through to P14. Both on the softs.
4 temps off Bradley.
Another yellow flag. Yeah, I think he's just he's dropped it again.
But onto the DRS straight now.
Here we go. Can the Alfa Romeo gain a lot of time? He has no overtake. Neither does Bradley. Both red lights blinking on both cars. Not enough to get past the AlphaTauri. This is great for Mark because he's trying to build that gap to Bradley. He's not going to build a 9-second gap to Bradley unless there is a mistake. As we're on to the final lap now of the Russian Grand Prix.
Is Boosie going to get it done in this straight?
He has about, if he can't get it done here, he has one more try at it. Oh, he has a lot of overtake now. Using his overtake up with the DRS into turn 1 with P3. He's going to get P2 on graduation of penalties alone.
As long as he finishes the lap.
As long as he finishes the race.
Did we see 12 seconds off the penalties in track limits from Boosie?
Oh, I don't think that's going to...
Oh, it's Tenek. Tenek very close to Bradley.
Oh, yeah, Tenek is right on the back of the AlphaTauri. I think Bradley is struggling now. He's been struggling since he put them on. I think he's still...
Bradley gets another penalty. It could be to the line for these two.
As Swanee is still stuck behind the Ferrari blinked
yellow flag.
It's for Xbox 7 Up, I think.
I thought that was Hasbro, bro. I thought it was Hasbro. I was like, no way.
No way.
We're going to stay on board with the DRS straight here because anything could happen. Tanik can push Bradley off and he gets a warning and Bradley does something.
Nah, I don't think Tanik's close enough to the AlphaTauri. Though he's using a lot of overtake.
It's all or
He's
nothing.
there. He tries to send the move. Not going to have enough space. But through the last few corners, it's Hasbo picking up the win in the Russian Grand Prix. It's another win for the Renault.
He's stay on board with Tanik. Oh, he lost the rear end a bit there.
Yeah, he's not going to get him.
But Hasbo gets the win.
Mark across the
Very good for
line
him.
in P2, but on penalties. He's not going to get that. As now Pat goes into
jumps to
P2.
P2.
Bradley's going to jump to P3.
Bradley.
Mark down to P5 now. Is Jack close enough to jump him? No. It's P5 for the new Racing Point driver. Mark.
Alpha gets P7,
Really
Aiden P8 at the minute. For Mitchell crosses the line,
Aiden.
gets P7.
Aiden's 9th now as he spins across the line. Swanee moves into P9. Blink into P10. Aiden out of the points now.
I think Davies is going to get any points out of this.
I don't think so.
Unlucky. I saw the strategy, but I think the car underperforming. There's just the car.
P12.
I'll blame it on the car. Unlucky Davies. But yeah, Alpha and Phil Mitchell aren't going to be happy with the safety car that Lauren brought out for sure. But at least there was only one DNF. That's an interesting. Flaminado crosses the line. Not a great race for him. Insane Power next to cross as well. And Xbox 7 Up, who a race to forget.
For him,
sure.
yeah. Drop some points for AlphaTauri. So,
I'm not sure what the Constructors' Championship looks like at the minute. I'm not going to lie. We take a quick jump onto the standings. Alfa Romeo are catching up, so this could be.
there's a 5-second type empty
could be
for
close.
Xbox 7 Up. I think Will Dangerous Donut grab P15 here from the AlphaTauri. Cross the line, he does.
He does. And gains that position, the almighty position.
A 15. So P1 for Hasbro.
What a race.
A great race.
That was very entertaining.
Wasn't
for a Russian
expecting
Grand
that
Prix.
good of a race out of Russia, but you know what? I guess we got a pretty good one.
Driver of the day. What are you thinking for driver of the day?
I think Mark is in contention for that. Nice,
I think
nice display of
Mark or
driving.
Hasbro. I mean, Mark had all the penalties. That's anything that puts me off him. I just think Hasbro got the strategy right, did the right thing under the safety car, and 12-second gap. So I reckon it's
got
a
the win.
couple of people.
Yeah. And now
Also
comes
got
our
pole position in qualies. So.
comes our favorite time of the weekend, of the day. Interviews.
Run through the order quickly. Hasbo P1, Boosie P2, and Bradley P3. So, little switch up from what we predicted.
Slow.
Tanik P4, nice race from him. Mark P5 would have been P2 on the penalties if he didn't get as many, but good for him. Jack P6, if I'm not wrong, his first points in the league. So congratulations to him. Phil Mitchell P7, Alpha P8. Not good for the championship run for sure. Swanee P9 and Blink getting that last point position for Ferrari in P10. Aiden dropped out the points to penalties, and to be fair, through his race early on when he went for an interesting move on his teammate.
Yeah.
Risking, no, I mean, he's put the Constructors' Championship at risk for sure because not many points in it and 5 races to go. Anything can happen. Davies P12, Hobo 13th, Insane Power 14th, Dangerous Donut 15th, Xbox 7 Up 16th, Peter 17th, Matt 18th, and Lord LP DNF'd at the start. But overall,
Pretty enjoyable
very
race.
entertaining race.
Yeah. I think we got a better race out of Russia than they do in real life. Usually that's
Indeed.
usually the case here on the
There
F1.
wasn't many big crashes either. There was
No.
a few iffy moments, but I think very good.
I'm surprised that Lord didn't DNF out of on lap 1 when he just completely lost it out of turn 1 on the opening lap. Thought he
We do need
created
to
in the
decide on the
barrier.
driver of the day.
Knocked out.
What do you want to do? You want to go Bradley, Mark, or Hasbo? Something I've just learned is Bradley started 15th, so 15th to 3rd, not bad. Mark picked up. I think Mark might just miss out on it because of the penalties. Yeah, I think either Hasbo or Bradley, whatever you think. Yeah, it looks like people scrambling in the lobby as quick as they can. Get out of here. Get Mark in here, why not? Oh, you know, I'm just gonna make the party joinable, and I'll just say if you want an interview, join.
Yeah,
It is joinable.
pretty easy.
We'll get one. Boom.
All right.
So, let's get a few more people in there. We'll obviously get Boozy in there as well. If he'll join. Ping him an invite. Evening. So that'll do for now. If people want to join, they can join. We'll start off with today's winner. Did I just say winner or winner? Bro,
winner.
E-Dog, bro, you need to say.
Winner.
I'll let you do this. You know, you interview him. You interview him. I can't do this anymore.
Me? All right. Let's start with our race winner, Hasbro. You including your audio?
Yeah, it's all included.
So obviously a very strong race in qualifying for you today. Picked up another.
Round of applause, guys. For
Picked up
Hasbro.
26, maybe 26, 25
Dominant.
points today towards the
Dominant.
championship. Just run us through your race and see how it went.
Shout out to my girlfriend's birthday. She let me race. Yeah.
Like shout out to Hasbro's
But yeah,
girlfriend.
Yeah, the
race. Yeah, qualifying went well. Qualifying invalidated on the second lap, so it was a bit sketchy because Pat set time, so I'm gonna get close. But yeah, I just picked him at the last run, and then yeah, just played again today. Safety car came. I was gonna go soft medium straight, but safety car came out, so I had odds on. First thing, he was right behind me, kind of all the way, and he just needed to do something different to see if the strategy worked. But yeah, I think that going onto the hards at the safety car was the best strategy, and it won me the race today. So yeah, happy days.
Yeah.
Just got what you said there on the edge. A
There
bit
we
laggy,
go.
but we move.
That's all right. So your thoughts on next week? It is Japan, baby. Unless we have a skip.
Yeah, interesting one. So, sometimes it's a bit sketchy. Those curves can kill you, but you get bends, and it's a pretty nice track. So yeah, hopefully another good result. And back into the contention with the championship as well.
A brilliant race from you today, Hasbro. Great job today.
Cheers.
Cool. I guess next we'll go to Mark. I'm going to ignore the profile picture. Hopefully that will get switched up soon.
All right.
Not like in the top half of that. Yikes. Anyway, Mark, make sure you include your audio in the party. First race for Racing Point. A very good one. If we ignore the penalties, that was a quality run, flying through the fields. But yeah, just run us for your race.
Well, I think the start, qualified in 5th, just about, got over the line. And then from the start, I got absolutely gubbed. Everyone. And then after that, I felt like I was in like a little bit of a battering ram fight. And then obviously taken out in the 3rd sector. We'll leave the name out of it. And then safety car come out, and I literally passed the pit lane as it came out, and I was absolutely gutted. I was so gutted about that, but I drove around, put hard tyres on, and they felt beautiful. I just felt on fire the whole way. Yeah, great race. Enjoyed it.
Flew through the field. It's unlucky the penalties were there, but I mean...
I went through a certain sector, and there was like 3 cars in front of me all fighting, and I was like, I'm going to take all 3 of these, and then they kind of had like a little battering ram between themselves, and I just drove straight through the middle of it, loving it, straight into 3rd place. And then Bradley, I was chasing him for so long, and I was ready almost just to give up and stick it on the lean and just drive it out, and then he started to slow a little bit. So no, but he was real quick. Fair play to my guy, fair play to him. Yeah, it was a great race. Enjoyed it.
Obviously, just Russia hands out penalties, but that's just unlucky. I mean, P5, you still got to be happy with that, for sure. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Good
happy with that.
start to the,
I'm not very good. Every track I'll get a penalty for corner cutting somewhere or other. I'll slip up somewhere, and 12 seconds is a lot, I suppose. It cost me a podium, so yeah.
with the pace we saw today, you'll probably make up the gap anyway. But hopefully, fighting at the top
Yeah.
half of the grid for the rest of the season. You got Japan
Pace-wise,
next week. You're a
I've-
fan of Japan?
Catch myself.
Whatever you just said, I apologize. You have to say it again. I completely missed all of it. For some reason, I was connected to the party. So if you said anything about Japan, then I think I'm connecting again. Hello? Oh no. I was connected again. I'm sorry. my internet's having a stinker, mate. We need to fly through these. Cool. We'll see you next week. Thanks for racing.
Do you
Go
want me
to,
to, you want me to take
go
these
to
decks?
Boosie next. Yeah, you can go for Boosie. Try and fly through these because my
Alright.
internet is not liking this.
Alright, Pack, Boosie, Cody, are you ready to go?
Yep.
Alright, obviously a pretty great race for you today. Decided to try a risque strategy, going onto the medium tires under the safety car. Just got P2 out of it. Just run us through your race and how it went.
Well, qualifying, I was like, oh, I'll try the mediums out, see what happens with those. But noticed that was quite a lot of the pace, so I felt like I want to go out softs, try and get near the front, put it in pole one, and Hasbro pipped me. Then into the race, I decided to stay out of the safety car on the softs, see if I could pull a bit of a gap after, which I did, but then pin on the mediums. I think I had to make up quite a lot of spaces to get back to where I was, but in the end, paid off.
You might as well call it there because my internet keeps going, mate. It went halfway through Bradley's as well. Yeah, it's not. I don't even think it's my internet. I think it's Xbox.
Nice.
So I apologise, Tanik. But even if you speak, it's not going to pop up on the stream because it just keeps cutting. Go for a quick one. Tell like 30-second interview. How'd the race go?
Brilliant.
Spot on. Perfect. No, every interview needs to be like that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Nice race today in Russia. Very entertaining. Me and Evan need to decide on driver of the day.
Oh my god.
We gave him the chance. We gave him the chance.
We gave him the
to
chance.
interview
We're not
him.
doing it again.
Yikes. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week. I need to pick my controller up so I can end the stream.